Hey guys, welcome back to the Propsmith. Let me move you up just a little bit. Okay, so today we're going to do the Maker Challenge. You guys have already seen it. I've got a ball of tinfoil here. So I'm going to show you something that I found online that I found super interesting. It started in Japan or China, not sure which. Mostly because I didn't really do a lot of research on this. But basically, what it is, it's taking a ball of tinfoil. I do not recommend using used tinfoil for this. This is about 5 feet of tinfoil. Usually you can get like 25 feet for $1. Super cheap project, super easy project. You know, just do it while you're bored. I'm doing it while I'm waiting for the glue to dry on the exit shot on the gunpowder thing that I'm doing for the end of this video. But since we're doing the Maker Challenge, it has to do something with an egg. So I thought what they do is take a ball of tinfoil and a hammer and hammer it into a sphere and sand it and polish it till a mirror finish. I'm not going to go that far, and I'm not going to do a sphere. I'm going to show you how to take this and turn it into this. And I figured I'm not actually doing any LARPs right now. I'm real heavy into the SEA and doing my armoring and things like that. And I've taken up a officer position in the SEA, and that eats up, you know, a bit of my time. Work's been heavy, so I really haven't done a lot of LARP. But my thought is this could be a Easter quest reward, or an item you have to find, the silver egg, and this thing is dense. Like, you don't think about how dense aluminum can actually get, but it's like, it's pretty serious. So I'm going to take this aluminum ball, and this hammer, and this sanding block, and I'm going to change this into this. Now, while this is not going to be very interesting at all, essentially you're going to watch me sit here and go doop, 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 for about 3 hours. Exaggeration. But basically what you do is you find these high points and you hammer them down. And just from that, you go from that surface to that surface. How it's already got a nice shine to it. So basically, you sit here. And you tap it down. See how it condenses really easy? I recommend taking the corners of your foil and folding them in, so you don't have a lot of, I pulled this off of this one while I was doing it, because it was just sticking out. It didn't sand down really well. So eventually, you'll get it down, and you can hear the difference of the loose foil compared to the tight foil. And basically all you're doing is you're pushing it in on itself, and this will get fairly taxing on your arm. About right here. I do a lot of forging and sword stuff, so it really doesn't bother me that much. But you can see how just, you know, a minute of hammering has taken it down severely. This project is super simple, super easy. What it originated as it was taking teenagers and kids that were bored and giving them something to do that was not only creative but also relaxing. So it's not meditative, but it's very zen-like for me. You find all the high spots and you hammer them down, and you're creating something beautiful from what most people would assume would be trash. And that's a lot of what I do with my channel. A lot of the things that I make is usually from recycled materials. A lot of the wood that I have is from, you know, me building some other project. in my next video, I'm actually going to show me upcycling a shield that I have that I can't use for the SCA, and it's a little too heavy for LARP, so I'm going to upcycle it and use the materials to make a gorget, and some van braces, and some, you know, stuff like that. But, yeah, that's essentially all you do. You tap that down till you get a nice shape, and I'm going to cheat a little bit. I have a steel block that I will balance on my leg and hit the aluminum foil with the hammer. That way it actually kind of hammers from both sides. It's the same as using an anvil on a piece of metal, is you're not only hitting it here, but the force is also applying to the back side as well. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to do that for probably about 10-15 minutes. Then I'll show you what it looks like. Do it for about 10-15 minutes, show you what it looks like, sand it, and we'll be done. And then I will show you my fire. So you guys stick around. I'm probably going to do the opening credit now, just because I like to put it in my videos. So stay tuned, and we'll see what happens. Thanks. Hey guys, so we're back here, and things didn't really turn out the way I wanted them to. So instead of making a nice little egg like I have before, turned out that as I was hammering, a crack developed, and it actually split, and my egg separated, and I hammered on this one a little more to see if I could turn it into an egg, but it didn't really work. So the premise was there, my execution was not, and that's on me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hammer on this one a little more, get it more defined in shape, and sand it a little more. But these, they're trash, and that's just my fault. So I don't know, we'll check back in a minute and see how this goes. Catch you in a bit. Alright guys, so we're back, and got my little egg here, and it looks alright. It's eggish, and I've sanded it for a while. Excuse me. To the point where my sanding block is choked with aluminum dust, and so is my hands. This one not so much, but this one. So what I'm going to try to do, and I say try because I'm really, really bad at it. I'm going to take my Dremel, and I'm going to take a brush, and brush it all out, and not like this. It's going to be spinning. To get all the dust out of the crevices and stuff. And then I will take probably this one, maybe that one, and a polishing compound, and I'm going to try to buff it out and see how it goes. So again, I'll catch you guys here in a minute. Thanks. Hey y'all, so weird angle. I've decided to actually show you guys the process with a Dremel, just to kind of eat up some time. I'm not very good at this, so if you guys know a better way, let me know. I'm not sure how loud this Dremel is going to be, so I apologize if you're wearing headphones. Warning now. Alright, kicking it up. So essentially what I'm doing is just removing all the dust from the egg. It is shining it quite a bit, which is not what I expected. And for those of you that are like, oh no, your fingers, it's a brush. It doesn't hurt. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I certainly can. It is much shinier now. It is actually getting fairly reflective. It's actually, it's pleasantly warm, which is an odd statement, both from the heat of my hands and the rotation of the Dremel. Not something I expected. And a little warning here. I'm not very good at polishing. I've tried to polish a couple rings. It never turns out very well. I've watched videos on how to do it and things like that, and I am absolutely horrid at it, mostly because I don't practice it, which I think is the biggest thing. Maybe that I'm using the wrong compound. I'm not sure. That's the wrong way to go about that. I'm going to hurt myself. I'm just going to smear some of this on here. Hopefully it works. I'm not 100% sure. Here, I'm just going to take that off. Okay, so we're all shellacked. I've been told a little goes a long way on this kind of stuff, so I have probably massively overdone it. But we're covered, so let's kick it into high gear, or first gear, and see how it works. Just for to let you know, any excess that you got on when you turn it on is going to spin right in your face. That's what that was about. Let's try again. Alright, rotor tool. Like I said again, I'm not sure if this is actually doing anything other than marring the surface again. But it's coming up black, so I'd assume that it's mixing with something or polishing something. I don't know. It doesn't look any shinier, but that may be I have to wipe it off afterward kind of thing. I'm definitely going to take the brush to it again afterward and get all the buffing compound out of the cracks. I don't even know if you guys can hear me right now. I'm just going to go over everything real quick once. Get a nice coat on everything. Try to remember to keep it in the view of the camera, because I'm bad about that, because I never do any of my shots while I'm working on stuff. Okay, so we've covered the egg and buffing compound. I would assume that we just keep going. Alright. So now that that's on there, it is much less shiny. I'm going to take the buffing compound bit out and put the brush back on. And see if that does anything. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but the brush is kind of... I don't know if it's evenly distributing it or if it's taking it off, but it is... it's doing something. The egg is definitely warm. More than, you know, just my hands would do. I'm going to kick this up a couple notches. Okay. So let's see if I can get the difference on the camera. You can tell that this up here is a higher gloss and darker than this down here. And I think that's what it's supposed to be doing. Not 100% sure. We're going to keep going at it. Alright, so you got it. One shiny silver egg. Huzzah. Now we're going to get to the fun part, so I'll catch you guys here in a minute. Alright, you guys, so we're back here, and you can take a look at my my dirty work table, and I apologize for that. So what I've done is taken tacky glue and drawn this out. And what I'm going to do is, hopefully, since I've connected everything, I can light this down here at the bottom with a single lighter, and the whole thing will catch on fire. Now, I'm going to say this probably about 3 times, actually. Do not try this at home. This is gunpowder. It is fire. It will set stuff on fire. In high quantities, it can explode. So do not try this at home. Do not try this at home. Do not try this at home, especially if you are underage. Alright, so I'm going to make sure that we're recording. Yep, we're doing good. So hopefully this will all go up at once. Alright, so 3, 2, 1. Nope, it's gonna take the torch. Maybe. It's going. Alright, so once again, not the outcome I wanted. But there you go. So thank you guys for watching. Happy Easter. And if you liked the video, make sure to give it a like. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell to let you know when I do stupid stuff like this, or boring stuff like this. And I will catch you guys next time. Remember, not all dragons are friendly. Fire burns. Thanks you guys for watching.